Hey guys, I'm actually on my way out to pick up a few ingredients for a special dish that I'm making today. Every so often I'll think of a dish that's very special to me, very near and dear to my heart, and I feel like that dish deserves some special attention or it needs to be filmed or taped. And today is definitely one of those days. This dish is Palau style turkey soup. It's a perfect thing to cook when it's about second or third day of Thanksgiving and you're kind of sick and tired of eating the same old stuffing and yams and potato salad. This is perfect because it is so easy, so simple. You get to use up the rest of that turkey that you didn't eat up for Thanksgiving. The reason that I call it Palau style turkey soup is because this is a dish that I grew up eating, and my mom used to make this dish with our leftover turkey. We loved it, and I'm pretty sure that lots more Palauan families did this too, not just us. But instead of just cooking it, I'm actually gonna take you along with me to the grocery store so that we can kind of look at the fresh ingredients that are available for this soup. I just really need the fresh ingredients that I don't have in my house at the moment. So just come along, let's go to the grocery store, and then we'll come back and cook Palau style turkey soup. Yum, I can't wait. Hey guys, I'm back and I decided to slip into a little something more comfortable. This is actually JA's t-shirt. You guys know that I rep Palau on here all the time, but today I wanted to give a little shout out to JA's home state. Shout out Red Torch 824. We will get started right now, so let's get into the ingredients. Here guys is the leftover turkey. This is an almost 19-pound turkey. Yeah, this is what's left over. As you can see, just like a wing, one wing, a bit of thigh over there, some breast. This side totally annihilated. Just gonna do a quick hand wash before I take the bird apart. I first kind of remove the meat from the breast because that's kind of the easiest. You want to be really careful. Do not try this at home if you're a kid. Kind of want to go along and just debone it. Oh yeah, I'm using this huge pot right here. It's really deep, so you can make a really huge soup that'll last you for a day or two. You want to flip your bird over, kind of work along that joint to remove, and you want to just like that. It's like king crab, baby. You just pull that apart. Makes me want to eat king crab. Let's put that in. It's like deboning a Costco chicken. Everyone has done it at some point or another. This is the carcass without any more meat. I've taken as much of that meat off as I possibly can. If you have a big enough pot like my mom used to have, she used to take the entire thing and then just dunk it into the pot and cook it along with the rest of the soup. The marrow in those bones has a lot of flavor, of course, but I just don't have a pot that's big enough to accommodate this huge carcass. So sadly, we're gonna have to say bye to our turkey. Seb, do you want to come and wish it goodbye?
Yeah.
And thank you for a very happy Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Alright guys, so these are the basic ingredients to help you develop your broth. So we have a few aromatics here, very simple. I've peeled and crushed about 5 cloves of garlic, and then 1 full onion. So I'll show you how I like to cut my onion for this soup. I literally just cut it into quarters. That's how I do onion in most of my soups, because I love that huge chunk of onion that you get with the greens and the turkey or chicken, whatever. This is how I like my onions in a soup. So just a full onion into quarters. Then I have this organic chicken stock from not Foodland. This is Kirkland brand, Kirkland Signature from Costco. Then I have just some kosher salt and pepper. And really, this is all that it takes to create the broth for your soup. So we're going to throw that into our pot right now. Let's come over here. Of course, with garlic, you can put as many as you want in. I just put 5. This, you're just gonna put in like about half a tablespoon of salt, and then you can always taste it later and decide if you want to add in more salt. Some pepper. And then you're gonna do your stock half water and half chicken stock. Sorry, your broth. So I'm just gonna put the rest of the stock in to this, and then water. Just like this. I'm gonna fill up that pot until everything is submerged in water. Make sure that everything is nicely submerged so you can develop the flavor of your broth. Just like that. Pop your lid on. And turn up your stove to about medium heat. So while I'm waiting for my soup to come to a boil, I'm going to use this time to rinse my leafy greens for the soup. And if you remember at the grocery store, I got 1 bunch of choy sum, that's what this is, and 2 heads of bok choy. So I'm just going to cut the very base of that to remove it. Oh yeah, I have this colander that I've put into the sink that will help me wash off the greens and drain off the excess water. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to wash up the bok choy first, and then I'll wash up the choy sum. Kind of boring, so I'm going to put it on fast forward and go from there. Guys, that is so messed up. I feel like I just washed like 100+ leaves of cabbage, but that's how I do it. I go through each leaf to rinse it off, make sure it's clean, no bugs, no snails, no dirt. The soup has come to a boil, so I just kind of tip the lid. Actually, I'll show you right there. That's the soup boiling. I just sort of tip the lid like that, and then I turn down the heat to around low medium, and then I'm gonna let it boil for about another, I would say, half an hour, just to really develop that flavor of the broth. I don't know about you guys, but I love when my greens are big pieces in the soup, like huge pieces. So what I do is I'll just take a whole bunch like this, kind of shake off the excess water. This is the bok choy. Cut it right in half, like this. That's it. That's all I do. So right before I drop in my greens, I want to get a spoon and just taste my broth just to check the salt level. That is so yum. Turkey has such a beautiful, unique flavor, but it does need extra salt. Right into there. Because all that water really diluted the salt from the beginning. But really it's to your taste and to your liking. If you're, you know, trying to eat less salt, less sodium in your diet, feel free to put less salt in. This really is up to everyone's individual taste. Just gonna grab a spoon like this one and just kind of give it a good stir to make sure the salt is nicely mixed into my broth. So I'll just go ahead and dump my first bunch into the soup like this. And with your spoon, you want to just kind of press down like that. Love those big pieces of greens in turkey soup. And then you just continue with the rest of your greens. I've added in my last bunch of greens, and at this point your soup is quite crowded. Don't worry, that will all cook down and it will be a beautiful, delicious, comforting, just how mama made it soup. So the soup is pretty much done, but I wanted to quickly show you guys how I would serve this soup, or how it was served to us when we were kids. So this really is what it looks like. So I'll grab the serving bowl, and this is very similar to the bowls that we used to use in Palau. Nice and plastic and not BPA free, you guys remember? And you have those beautiful greens, just real big chunks of it. That's how I like it, just like this. Make sure you get some of that nice turkey meat. And then like a nice big chunk of onion. Guys, the smell that's coming from this is amazing. And how healthy is this too, you know? This is probably one of the only times that my kids will eat greens like this, is in a soup. Chicken soup, turkey soup, any kind of soup, they'll eat greens. And over here I have a couple of garnishes that I like to put into my soup. So just your regular green onions that I've sliced up. And then we have some of this. A lot of people might not want to put this. This is a lime. And a lot of us Palauans, we like to eat our soup kind of sour or with like a sour flavor in it. At least I know my sisters, my family, and I do that. So I put in like a gingang lime, like this one, into it. And then lastly, I like to, who doesn't want to eat a soup with some kick to it, with some heat? You gotta have that heat. Ita other bailaman so that mga ngidin nga maring sila mga lamring lam tarab sul. So I just wanted to give a quick shout out because this is actually a hot pepper product that is made in Palau by a Palauan. So this one's called Zion's hot pepper product. It is handmade in Palau. I will try and find out where you can buy this product. Support local businesses, guys. Support fellow Palauans. It's important. That is how I would serve my turkey soup for Thanksgiving. And on the side you can have, of course, how we used to have it with rice. How else are you supposed to eat this soup? But I know I personally sometimes I like noodles with my soup because it's a little lighter, not as heavy. I just feel like with this particular turkey soup, you gotta have the rice. And that, my friends, is how you take care of your leftover turkey from Thanksgiving. Give it a little heat, give it a little sour, give it a little kick. With those nice healthy greens, you can't go wrong. Don't forget, you gotta have that plastic bowl, Palau style, plastic, not BPA free, right? Mm-hmm. That is it for this particular cooking video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope that this helps you figure out what to do with that huge leftover Thanksgiving turkey. And I hope that you guys have a very safe and fun rest of 2020. See you guys in my next video. Bye!